Hi, this is Igor from BakeUI Training, and today I would like to talk about Espresso versus Appium. I'm not gonna dive deeply into each framework. All I just want to do a quick comparison for those people who are still debating which framework to choose. So let's go quickly over each of them and understand what they are and what they do. So what is the Appium? Appium is an open source framework developed by SAS Labs initially and then open sourced for the community to support it. It started approximately around 2012. It runs on Node.js server, so it is actually a server. And using subset of WebDriver protocol over HTTP that talks to the native frameworks under hood, such as UI Automator for the Android and XUI Test for the iOS. It supports more than one platform. It supports iOS, Android, and Windows, and you can use any programming language which is actually supported by WebDriver protocol, such as Java, C#, Ruby, and etc. So what is Espresso? Espresso is 100% native framework belong to the Android. Okay, so it's part of the Google Android SDK, and therefore it perfectly fits with the Android Studio, and you can use a Gradle for building purposes. It is actually pretty easy to learn. It's very small subset of APIs. It's literally 3 classes and a few dozens of methods. So it's very small, very compact, and extremely easy to understand. So the best way for me to show you folks is a demo. I'm going to show you a demo of each framework in execution, so you can see nitties and gritties of each framework, how fast they are, how they run, and their environment. Okay, so let's first take a look at the Appium. So as you can see on the screen, I have IntelliJ open with the very simple Happy Path sign up test for very simple application. And let's run this test. Let's run this from the IntelliJ. And as you can see, it started few things. It starts the Appium server as the first process. There is a whole entire class dedicated to starting and stopping Appium server before and after test suite. And as you can see, it deploys the application onto the emulator, Genymotion emulator, and it fills out the sign up form, preferences, username, password, and sign up. And as you can see, this framework is very solid. It actually runs for 35 seconds. It's a bit slow for several reasons. So again, as I mentioned, it runs the server, so it takes time to start up the Node.js server on the hood. And then another thing that I would like to point out, there is an entire capability list. If you're familiar with the WebDriver, you have to set up all these capabilities to specify which device, which platform you're using, and which package for application. You have to collect all this information, what framework you're going to use, UI Automator 2, there's UI Automator 1, there is Selendroid, or other things, because Appium is a host for many frameworks under hood. So a lot of boilerplate code that actually has to be sent to the server, which is actually running on localhost on port 4723. And every time, if you look at the test, whenever we are querying for certain element to find like button sign up button, right? It makes HTTP request to the server saying, hey, do you have that button? And then it has to receive the response from the server, and then it clicks on it. So that's why Appium is actually, I would say, relatively slow. It takes about 35 seconds just to start the server and communicate with the server between the steps and to shut down the server, including the deploying application. Note that we are not building the app. The app is actually already pre-built APK package for Android, which is stored within the project. So you have to build it separately, and then you have to bring it to some place on your disk, and then you have to specify in your boilerplate code where's your application reside. Like here on line 102, I'm putting the path to this application. Okay, so now you have a pretty much a quick overview of a time execution environment, how it's looking, and let's look at the Espresso test next. And now let's compare exactly the same test case execution using Espresso APIs. As you can see on the screen, I have Android Studio open with the same task called user sign up happy path. And as you can see, it used the page object model. So everything is very easy to read and understand. So let's execute this test for the comparison. So I'm going to run this exactly same test case, and on the right hand side in a Jenny motion you will see that it will be deploying the app. So it's actually building right now and installing APK onto the emulator. As you can see, test is executed and it is extremely fast. As you can see that it took the whole process from building, deploying and running less than 10 seconds. To be more precise, 9 seconds and 644 milliseconds. Wow, that's fast. So after this demo, if you decided to lean towards the faster and I would say easier and more comprehensive framework Espresso, I have a great news. We are starting online bootcamp on August 24th. It's going to be 7 online sessions. Although it's going to be online bootcamp, it will be very interactive. It will record live sessions, so you'll have videos even after the completion of bootcamp for the duration of 3 months. And also we will have a GitHub repository where each branch will represent each day of the particular class. So we're going to learn everything from ground zero. We're going to build framework from scratch based on already existing application. You also learn a lot of things about Android as you go, because Espresso is very tied to Android development process. We're going to work in Android Studio just like Android developers. We're going to use Gradle tasks to build Android project for Espresso. So it's going to be a really fun class. And just today, I would like to help you out a little bit and throw you 25% coupon, which is going to be attached to the video. So if you look at the video description on YouTube, you will see the 25% coupon. You can go on our site, register today, and use the 25% coupon. Remember, it starts on August 24th, literally in the 3 weeks. So if you have any questions, you can always go to our site, contact us. And send us any inquiries about any of our bootcamps. Feel free to reach me at any time. Other than this, thank you very much for your time and hope to see you on our either in-class or online bootcamps. Take care.